Hi everyone, it's so great to be here with you all today on Yam Hatzmaut. My first trip to Israel was when I went on Birthright back in 2013. It was amazing. Israel has the most transformative, transcendental, spiritually uplifting pita. I have never tasted hummus and pita like that in my life. It changed me. On the last day of the trip, we stopped at Mehen Yehuda Market before heading to the airport. I bought bags and bags of fresh, warm pita. I even bought extra luggage so I could bring back more pita. I got to the airport, they weighed my bag. Ma'am, it's over 50 pounds. What do you have in here? Pita. I was throwing away my clothes just so I could fit in more pita. I got to TSA. Ma'am, what's in your carry-on? Hummus. Why do you have a second carry-on? Baba Ganoush. And this Bjorn, there's no baby in it. It's just full of bagels. It's a bagel Bjorn. Does anyone have any cream cheese? Because this baby needs a schmear. So this year, I placed my Passover food order through Prime Now. I got everything in my order except for macaroons and matzah. So I tried again. I put macaroons and matzah in my basket, along with $25 worth of chips, so I could meet the $35 food order minimum. And let's be honest, I'll eat the chips. Order comes, no macaroons, no matzah. So I try my luck and place a third order. At this point, I'm angry. I see the delivery driver pull into my driveway, and I feel my Godfather alter ego emerge. Do you know how many orders I have placed? Do you really want to show up to my house with no matzah? But he did. So now I have $500 worth of chips and no matzah or macaroons. I had to use chips in the Seder as a substitute. Remember when we were in the desert and we had to eat unleavened Pringles? Does anyone want a macaroon for dessert? They're sour cream and onion flavored, and also they're chips. But it's probably for the best that the matzah didn't come because matzah is not that good. Okay, even fresh matzah tastes stale. It's stale right out of the box. Stale from the jump. And why do we have so many subpar recipes of things you can make with matzah? Why, in this day and age, when we have coconut tortillas and quinoa pasta and cauliflower crust, are we making things like matzah pizza? It doesn't even sound like something I want to eat. It sounds like somewhere I want to hike to. Matzah pizza. And have you tried matzah pizza? It proves there is such a thing as bad pizza. It tastes like the cardboard box that real pizza comes in. Passover this year just was not the same. We obviously didn't open the door for Elijah because we can't have strangers in the house right now. Don't worry, his wine did not go to waste. And maybe like some of you, we had a Passover Zoom Seder, which did allow me to live out one of my longtime fantasies of actually being able to mute my annoying cousin. I also hid, searched for, and rewarded myself for finding the Afikoman. Nordstrom had a 40% off sale, and I know I didn't need a new purse, but I did find that matzah. I can't help it. I love to shop. And like I said, on my last day of our Birthright trip, we were in the shuk, and I'm browsing around. I see this beautiful woven bag. I'm looking at it, but then I see my tour group is on the move, so I go to catch up with them, and the shop owner stops me and says, "Wait, don't you want to buy this bag? I'll give you a deal, 300 shekels. No, thanks. 200 shekels. No, I've got to go. At this point, I can't even see my group. I'm probably going to miss my airplane. 100 shekels. Now, our tour guide did tell us that we could bargain in some of the shops, but I hadn't actually tried it the whole trip, mostly because I couldn't figure out what a shekel was worth. But now I realized that maybe bargaining was inadvertently happening. This was so exciting. 50 shekels, I'll take it. I felt like a rock star until I realized how much money I had lost by not bargaining the whole trip. It's like when they show you that calculation of how much money you've spent by regularly going to Starbucks throughout the year. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. I wish the bargaining hadn't happened. Then I wouldn't have realized that I was $1,000 in the hole. That's like 100 million shekels. I think, I don't know. Because let me tell you, on that trip, I was buying everything because I didn't know if or when I'd ever be back. Spoiler alert, I'm not clairvoyant. I've been back 3 more times. At the time, I was dating this guy. We'd only been going out for a few months, but I really liked him, so I decided to buy him a mezuzah. Now, dating experts would probably advise against gifting a 25-year-old man you've known for 4 months a mezuzah and telling him he can hang it in the house that you will one day share together. But guess what? We're married now. Yep, I'm married, and my husband drives me nuts. He has a floor clothes pile. Do you know what that is? The floor clothes pile is the purgatory in the middle of our bedroom floor where he puts clothes he has worn once because he deems them not pure enough for the heaven of our closet, yet not smelly enough for the hell of our hamper. These clothes shall serve this man 2 more times when he needs to just throw something on to complete tasks such as walking to the mailbox or running out for more milk. Then and only then can the clothes enter the whirlpool purification cycle and be granted access through the pearly gates of our bureau. My husband was raised Catholic. I know that's an interesting tidbit of information in context of the mezuzah story and makes me sound way crazier. While we were dating, he celebrated Jewish holidays with me, but once we got married, he decided he wanted to try to fast with me on Yom Kippur. He said he'd had experience with giving things up because he'd participated in Lent. Big whoop. He gave up cookies for 40 days and ate fish on Friday. That's called being on a diet. You're playing in the big leagues now, kid. I'm talking no food, no water. You want to brush your teeth? Too bad, you can't. So I made him a delicious pre-fast meal for his first fast. And he got food poisoning. I said, I forgot to tell you, I'm a terrible cook. You're going to be fasting a lot. I've been working remotely for over a month now, and during that time, my company has started hosting virtual happy hours to promote team bonding. It's unnecessary. The fact that we meet via video every day together means that I have learned so much more about you in these past 6 weeks than I have in years. Not only have I met your pets, kids, and spouse, but I've seen you scream at all of them when you didn't realize your camera was on. Now I know it's not just your desk at work that's messy. And I've seen you without makeup on. If that's not team bonding, then I don't know what is. Working remotely also means that my husband is not going on business trips anymore. And that was me time I looked forward to. Once he came home from a business trip and said, Courtney, what happened to the tub of Toll House cookie dough? How many cookies did you eat this week? 1. Some people may call that a cake. I call it 1 cookie. I'm sick of being on a diet, of feeling pressure to be on a diet, of reading about diets. The diet culture is terrible, okay? It makes us feel ashamed to even order something unhealthy in a restaurant. Like, haven't you ever been out to eat and you feel a need to justify your unhealthy order? It usually goes a little something like this. Hey guys, my name's Brad, I'll take your order. Guys, I was actually really good this week. I worked out 4 days and I'm going to spin class tomorrow, so I earned a splurge. I'm gonna do the bloomin' onion appetizer, fried shrimp entree, and pizza cookie with ice cream for dessert. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I mean, spin class, I earned it, but ooh, so bad.
Cool. So you're ordering for the table then? I'll just bring some small plates for you guys to share.
Brad, you said your name is Brad, right? Yeah, come here, Brad, because I don't think you heard me when I said I worked out 4 days this week.
Do you really want to get in the way of me and my fried shrimp?
The thing that I miss most with this quarantine life, bread baskets. You just don't eat that way at home. For some reason, it's only after you leave your house that it becomes socially acceptable to start your meal with a full basket of bread. And if you finish it all, they just bring you more bread. There are 3 things in life that are supposed to be shared that I always hope I'll have all to myself. And those 3 things are a row on an airplane, an elevator, and a restaurant bread basket. I'm just hoping my friends are trying paleo again, and that focaccia is all mine. I miss going out to eat. Though I will say, sometimes going out to eat can be stressful. For example, the last time I went out to eat, the waiter came over and asked me if I was done when there was still food on my plate and I was still eating. I couldn't even answer him because I had food in my mouth. This made me feel very self-conscious. My thoughts were racing. You know, have we been sitting at the table too long? Is it the end of your shift? Are you disgusted by the amount of food I've eaten? Like, have you just been over at the hostess stand given an ESPN play-by-play of me chowing down?
Well, folks, we've never seen anyone finish an entire eggplant parm, let alone a woman of her size, but we might see a phenomenon here tonight, Aaron.
Well, that's right, Frank. And oh wow, it looks like she is reaching for bread, a play we typically see during the first half of the game. And what's that? Yes, I am getting word from our busboy in the field that she is in fact using that bread to mop up her sauce, practically laughing in the face of her fellow diners who tapped out mid-entree reaching for their Tums. You better get in there and box the rest up before she hurts herself. Over to you, Frank. That's my time. My name is Courtney Chapman. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.